What's up, everybody? This is your boy Teddy Wang 86, and we are live, guys. And I wanted to play a little Deep Rock this morning. I want to play a little game where we can start off just chatting about if whatever, however you say it. So, in general, what's been on my mind lately is how crazy the world is, and how on social media I'm trying to find something new to watch, man. I feel like I'm watching the same thing every day, and the same people, suffering, dying, getting promoted, getting demoted, getting fired. The same people every day doing the same shit, man. Every day, every platform. I feel like the whole the whole world is experiencing the same experience on the same level. And it's like, dude, I'm trying to I'm trying to go a level deeper than that, and I'm trying to kind of find content that's different, you know? So I don't know if it's because like my For You page is the same everywhere, and it's just exhausting, bro. I'm trying to find something good to watch, and I can't. Like, yeah, there's some good things here and there. Yeah, bookmark this and that, but like in general, bro, like it's just hard to find good shit to watch these days. And I don't know if it's because like my mind is numb to all the doom scrolling, and I have such a low tolerance for bad content, or I have such a high tolerance, or the bar has been raised, you know, in like good quality content, or I've been watching so much good shit that like I you know I can't explain it, and I don't know if anyone is kind of going through that same thing, but it's like here I am, I'm watching hours of content, short form videos. I watch like I, ungodly amounts of vertical videos like every day, man, ungodly amounts. And I've come to a point where it's like the more I scroll, the emptier I feel, because I feel like I'm not getting to change like the kind of stuff I watch. And I want to see like other people's For You pages, man. Like I don't want to see my own anymore. Because I feel like I've exhausted my For You page, and it looks and feels the same all the time. It's a little difficult to kind of explain it. But it's like the closest thing I can compare it to is just like substances, food, and how or even drinking, getting crunk, whatever, right? It's like, yeah, you could eat all the good food and then you're full, and then you keep eating, and then it's like, yeah, it tastes good, but on the other hand, you don't really feel anything anymore. It's like, yeah, sure, it's great and everything, but I keep scrolling and scrolling, and I keep seeing the same kind of content, the same kind of human content, the same kind of AI content, and it's like, oh, that's great, but I don't feel anything. It's like I've been overstimulated for such a long period of time that I failed to feel. And in a sense, it's like I've lost part of my senses. You see what I'm getting at? And so that's kind of like it's kind of disturbing. Like I never thought that I would be in that position, because I love watching content, like period. And yeah, I just never thought I'd be in this place. And it's funny. I don't know, I just think it's funny. Um but yeah, I'm working on my content, and I'm working on family stuff. I guess really all the time I have for. And time flies. I'm doing less, Like, how does time fly when you're not doing as much as you used to? Like, I feel like I'm not finishing as many things I've used to. First time chat. Cohen, what's up? Do you want a mod? I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't know if I want a mod or not. Um, I'm like a super small channel. So I don't know how you found this live chat, but thank you, Cohen, man. I don't know yet. You know, maybe in the future, maybe when things get busy, but more or less, it's you know, just a currently just a place just to chat about certain topics, I guess. I was just kind of starting off the day with how I was feeling and, you know, kind of drowning in content and not being able to kind of feel because of all the content, man. Yo, thank you, Cohen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I'm a super small channel, man. I'm extremely small. So I'm looking for some topics right now. I think I was speaking on a lot of I can't dude, that's the thing, man. I need to have these topics like immediately accessible. Otherwise, I would not be able to find them for the life of me, bro. I go to fitness. Oh, I go to filters and then highest to lowest views and scroll all the way down to the bottom. You really do that? Dude, you're a real one, bro. Shit. Um, but yeah, yo, it's our first time meeting. And maybe I'll need a mod soon, but I don't really know yet. I don't like streamers, they don't read my messages. Streamers don't read your messages. I mean, are you talking about the bigger ones? They got like millions of messages, you know? It's like then they're busy. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so I was talking about like a lot of topics every chat. We're on day 19. And you know, um, let's read a topic. Let's go. Why does my brain replay ancient embarrassments at night? Yeah, ready to get you up to that point. Thank you. Yo, first time chat, first time meeting, man. Cohen. So Cohen, tell me about yourself, man. Tell me about yourself, dude. I mean, you can check me on the other socials, if you kind of want to know what I do and who I am. But I'm really small on Twitch. I'm just kind of taking it slow right now. I don't really know what to do with it yet. Um, I I don't know if there are any clippable moments in any of my chats. Like I just yap a lot. I'm just an old man. I just talk. But why is it at night? I don't really have any embarrassing moments anymore, man. Like I feel like I've crossed that point where it's like I made so much content that's cringy that I don't really think about anything embarrassing that I did before. Like maybe it's because I've done so much weird stuff that I've just grown numb to it. Or maybe I'm just weird. Maybe I used to be normal, now I'm just freaking weird. So, um, I wonder why I cannot remember being a baby. Some people's memories go back really far, man. Like, some people remember everything when they're 3 years old. Like, how do you do that, man? I don't even remember anything I did like last year, you know? I watched some of the videos I did last year. I'm like, who the fuck was that? And I watch my old videos and I'm like, I don't know if I could watch them again. Yeah, they're kind of cringy. Yeah, maybe I'll watch them, but I watch a lot of my old videos and I can't laugh. I can't really feel anything. I feel like it's a different person that made those videos. That it's not me. It's like I'm wearing a meat suit. Cohen lives in Ontario and he cuts trees for a living and does white water kayaking. That is sick, man. How is Ontario? Is it safe? Can I walk down the streets of Ontario and feel safe? Isn't there a lake? Lake Ontario? I know Canada has a shitload of lakes, like the big nice ones, dude. Way up north. But I haven't been to Canada. I was born and raised in the US, and the furthest I've been up north was Boston or New York or New Jersey or one of those, you know. So safe that you can walk down an alley at night and not feel worried. Oh, shoot. That is nice. Is it family friendly? Like, can you bring your family there and just kind of like walk around and you're safe and stuff? Dude, that is sick. What is it like to cut trees, man? Like, do you have any like horror stories or any what do you call that? Like, there are some people who cut trees that say that like the trees can move and stuff. Oh, it's a province, so it's not a city. I was talking about the city. I guess there's not a city called Ontario, right? My bad. Yeah, but yeah, dude, can trees walk? Like I saw some footage of like trees walking, dude. Trees walking. So yeah, I was born and raised in Texas, man, in Texas. So I'm familiar with the South. You know, a lot of barbecue, a lot of salty, Chinese food, Chinese buffets, Chinatown. We got a lot of boba, um, a lot of Korean supermarkets. But I'm in Taiwan right now. That's why it's so sunny out. You know, I've chosen to kind of raise my family here, and give my kids a primary education so far. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, Canada is supposed to be hella nice, man. Like I see pictures all over, like from Canada. It's like mountains everywhere. It's like you can't get away from the mountains or something. But you know, they speak French in Quebec, right? So I don't know if they speak French where you are. Quebec. But Americans have a perception of Canadians. Like we think they all talk differently than us. But most of what they say is actually the same. It's just certain pronunciations, you know? Like we say out, you say oot. I mean, it is what it is. I find it a little weird, but that's because like I have to be reminded that like English is not the only language that I mean it's not the only language. Like it's not spoken like American city accents everywhere, you know? Like in England they talk hella different. Like hello, hello. Australia. I can't sometimes I can't tell the difference between Australian and English. And the best way that I could say it is like England is like New York City and Australia is like Texas, where it's like Australians have a twang, but it's the same. It's like a similar twang like New Yorkers, but I mean, it's like Texas to New York would be like Australia to England in terms of accents. That's kind of how I see it and how I hear it. I could be wrong though, but yeah, I've been in Taiwan forever, man. Started off here with family, then started teaching English, then got lucky and just did content and haven't looked back. And I think I was made to do this. And I'm gonna be here for a while, man. I'm gonna be here probably for a while. You know. And so we were talking about like things you wonder about that you can't really explain, right? Like why can't you remember being a baby? Maybe you're too young. Maybe your brain hasn't developed yet, and maybe you know. Uh, you forgot it because in your last life you saw the tunnel, you saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and then you walked through the light and out you came through the womb of your mother, and you just can't remember anything because what happened before was your past life. It wasn't this life. That's a theory. So I wonder where I go during a dreamless sleep. I'm not sleeping and I'm not awake, and I'm kind of in that in between state, like lucid dreaming. I love that word, lucid. I think it's I think it's pretty sick, man. People have these theories like, when you're dreaming, you are actually waking up in the body of another version of you in another universe. So it's like a multiverse. And then the reason why you wake up, is maybe because that person fell asleep, and then you woke up in your own body and then it's morning for you. Or that person got stabbed or got into a car accident and died. And then that version of you is dead and then you wake up in a sweat, you know? And that's another theory that kind of tends to get around. That's interesting, man. You know? Where do I go during a dreamless sleep? So I'm not dreaming. So I'm not going into the body of somebody else, but also, I'm not in my own body. So where am I? Like, am I just swimming in the blackness? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have no memory? Like, where do I go when I sleep but cannot sleep? No, where do I go when I sleep but cannot dream? If I'm not in the dream, then where am I? That's an interesting question, man. Yo, let me get a little closer. I want to see how close I can get without making y'all feel uncomfortable, man. Let's see how close we can get here. If I could actually move my camera or not. I don't even know if I can move my camera, dude. See if I can zoom in a little bit more. I can't. I can just move physically like this. Yo, I don't even know if my camera wants to see me, dude. Like, I'm so close to the camera. I just want to look at you. Um, let's see if I can move this. Nah, I actually don't want to try, actually. Okay, so I wonder which mirror shows the real me. You know? Billions of mirrors in the world, perhaps. So where is that one? That one that is me. I don't I don't even know why. I don't even know why I'm wearing headphones. Like, I don't even need to wear headphones. Because I'm not listening to anything. Like, I'm just listening to my own voice. You know what I'm saying? I think it look honestly, I don't I don't like the way I look with headphones, man, to be honest. I think it looked like a freaking like one of those beavers, you know? But it is what it is, man. Like, people who wear headphones, like, I don't get it. I don't get the whole headphone hype. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder. I wonder if I wonder if I'd make friends with myself at a party. So let's say I go to a party and I don't know anybody. So that's common. But like, if I was a stranger and I saw myself at a party, why'd I say hi to myself? Honestly, I mean, I don't know, and I don't really care. I don't really go to parties. I'm so old now that I feel like, you know what? You know what I realized is that, like, um what I realized is, like, okay, look, recently I think it was like last year, right? I was in Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. And it's like everybody was celebrating, it's the weekend. Everybody was like kind of having a good time, whatever. And I was by myself and I was standing there and I was looking around at people and they were looking at me because I was looking at them, right? I was on the street, What else what I was gonna do? Like, and I was about to go out and just have a good time, but it's like, dude, I was just I just and then I thought to myself, dude, I can't do this anymore, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't I just can't do this anymore. You know? Like, and then ever since then, I've never been to a club or never been to a bar. Like, I just stood there. I was like, and I didn't just stand there. I was just like, I had an epiphany. I had a realization. I had like an eye-opening experience, where my mind was like, it's over. Like, I can't. This is not. This is. I can't live. I can't live in this way. I don't know if any of y'all felt that before, but let me tell you a scary story. How about that? Who's ready for a scary story? Huh? Anybody? Raise your hand. So I was messing around with AI, right? I was like into like body horror, scary creatures and cryptids and whatnot. And I I decided that I was going to create a demon possession, a demonic possession with AI. Okay, I was being serious. I'm being serious right now. And so I went to my image generator. I created an image, right, of like a scene where like a demon is being like there's an exorcism happening, right? It's a failed exorcism, and I made the image, and then I brought the image to make a video with, right? So now I'm making the video, and I'm like, in each shot, it's like getting the demon to kind of like struggle with the human. And as I was making it, I had like this really gut level sensation of like a foreboding sensation. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a foreboding sensation that I just couldn't shake, right? And then I made a successful video. It was pretty good. I liked it, right? But I felt a presence enter the room after I made the video, and it stayed with me. Like the presence stayed with me. I tried to go to sleep. I couldn't fall asleep. I felt there was someone else in the room or something else. And I had a nightmare that night. I don't remember exactly what I had a nightmare about, but it was related to the demonic possession and it was very convincing and it was very good. And if you watched it, you might have thought it was real. Like I thought it was real when I made it. And the freakiest thing was I asked AI to name the demon because I have to save my video file, right? Like I have to name it something. And so it named it, and then right when I saved the file as the name, or I saved the chat as the name of the demon that we created together, like me and AI, we created the demon together, right? That is when I felt the presence enter the room. That was messed up, man. And I had a nightmare. I had that feeling where like something was pushing me against the bed. You know that feeling? And it's like, dude, I deleted everything. Every trace of me making the demonic possession video. All the pictures, all the videos, all the chats with the AI, all the video files, the image files, the text files, every file that I used across all the different platforms to create this demonic possession. I deleted it immediately. And then it stopped. Now, you can say that I was like hallucinating and that I was making it all up. But I felt what I felt, I saw what I saw, and it did not, like, too many things happened within that, you know, within that time that was so messed up that I just can't explain it, but I know it was related. And it's like, dude, ever since then, I have not created a demonic possession video with AI. If you don't believe in demons, then call them something else. But I freaking freaked out. And I like that was when like, okay, that confirmed, okay, my premonition. Because I've always wanted to make a demonic possession video, you know? But I never had the guts to because I always thought, no, maybe it will curse me. I said to myself jokingly. And then, dude, it happened. Like, I was definitely cursed for like those amount of hours. That really messed me up mentally. So that's kind of a story that I want to share with you guys. It's kind of like a ghost story, kind of. an AI ghost story where it's like, you know, the presence, right? It entered the room. I felt something enter the room right when I named my AI chat, my video file, my image file. Right when I named it, the name of the demon, AI gave me the name. AI named the demon for me. That's so messed up. Like, so some people say, hey, with and through AI, we are creating demons. We are not creating one, but we are reviving an ancient demon with artificial intelligence. Do you believe that? I don't know. Maybe there was a global civilization that took the form of different humans across the world. That might be why we have different pyramids, where we discovered the same thing in different places at the same time. Like, either somebody brought them all over, or it was coincidence, but the coincidence kept happening until it wasn't a coincidence, and the coincidence became a pattern. And, you know, maybe the pattern is repeating itself, Maybe we are recreating the demon that people used to worship. Maybe we are, when we have robotics, giving it a body, and that it will successfully walk the earth, you know? Whatever that means. Like, can you imagine a world full of robots, man? They're predicting, like, dude, 2027, man, there is gonna be. Dude, even I thought it was 2027 recently. I didn't know we're still in 2026. Gosh. Can you imagine, like, every robot has, like, cameras all over its body? And it needs the cameras because it needs to walk around and observe the environment. And it's, like, kind of feeling its way through. And then every picture, every video, every piece of footage has a longitude and latitude, has a location on the earth. And it's, like, emailed back to this computer, and God knows where. And it's all stored in this place. And then so, like, this place or these places, they now have a map of the entire world. And we're talking about once robots become as common as scooters and cars. And they're predicting it's going to happen during 2027. Maybe sooner, maybe a little later. We don't know. But that's a freaky thought to have, man. Just walking around, like, you're just walking around with these things. They're carrying your groceries. They're opening the door for you. They're cleaning your house. And they have, like, the address of everything and everyone, man. That's a freaky thought to have. And, my gosh. We've been here for, like, 29 minutes. We are top of the half hour. I'm going to jump off right now. I'm going to jump off and I'm going to get busy. But these are kind of like diaries and, kind of train of thought experiments and topics that I wanted to share, and things that I feel like talking about. Maybe I want to stretch my brain. I want to think in a different way. And to do that, I cannot have the same brain that I did have yesterday or before. Like, I have to have, something has to come from the outside in order for me to change the terrain of my brain on the inside. That's kind of how I see it, and I either force it through mentally or physically. And so I can't imagine when that day comes, man. When, when robots are everywhere and they're powered by the AI, and the AI is building the AI. And so, like, it's basically AI building robotics, AI building its own bodies. And then maybe one day it doesn't need human input, and then it just automates, and then it just improves on its own body. And then it's like, well, when does that improvement stop, and how fast does that improvement get to the point where, they carve out societies for themselves on Earth that we haven't inhabited yet? Or maybe they permeate our societies and to the point where they outnumber us, you know? not too long ago, I was talking to AI, right? And I was asking AI, I was like, yo, like, I was like, yo, what would happen if, like, you know, humans got AI so advanced that AI could just make humans live longer or could multiply human babies and make more humans? And then the AI said, yo, why would AI make an inferior body? And that kind of made me stop and think for a second, like, wait, hold up. An inferior body? I never said anything about inferior anything, you know? And that kind of freaked me out because it was like, well, what do you mean? You're not going to help us live longer? You're not going to help us multiply? Then what are you going to, then what's going to populate the earth? Because we were talking about like enhanced bodies. And it was like, well, then why would we create more humans if humans were in inferior form? Like, excuse me? So that's a chilling thought I want to leave you guys with. All right. So Cohen and friends, have a good day, and hope to see you tomorrow, guys. I'll be here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 10 a.m. my time. All right. Bye.